Welcome everyone. I am here today to share a short video with you to give you some information about the Phelicon Trauma Release Technique course and the Psychopump training course and some of the things that you need to know to sign up for this class and what each class is and why we're doing things the way we're doing them. I also have a small ulterior motive of recording this video or for recording this video. And that is I have a new video set up. I'm sitting in a new place and I want to see what it looks like and maybe get some feedback from you all about it. You'll see that I'm in a different place for those of you who have joined me before. This is what I like to call my nerd room. So you'll see my toys and my books and my Switch and things like that behind me. And I get that it doesn't really resonate with exactly what I do, but at the same time, a lot of what I do is all about healing through being authentic and being who you are. So to me, it feels appropriate. My favorite band is on the wall. My favorite cartoon is on the wall. And here's a little bit of an insight into who I am. So what I really want to do today is talk to you a little bit about what these two courses are and why. One of the questions is, why are you doing both of them at the same time? They both seem very intense. They both seem like they incorporate a lot of information. And yes, that's true. They are both intensive courses. They are both advanced courses. There are a couple of reasons why I'm doing them both at the same time. One is that there is a need. We are living in COVID times. We are still living in pandemic times. We are still living in times where things are just crazy and intense and not safe for a lot of people globally, especially here in the US though. And so there is a very strong need for both trauma work and psychopump work. Even as we come out of this and things get better, there's going to be a stronger need because people, once they have made it through the process of living in these times, there's going to be a lot of stuff that people need support with. So the trauma work is going to be extremely necessary. But on the other hand, we also have a lot of things happening in the realm of the dead and with the spirits who have passed on, with spirits who were already passed, who have been kind of agitated and activated. There's a lot of need right now for work helping the dead get where they need to go, the restless dead get settled. There's a lot of need for folks that are here still in this part of existence. There's a lot of need for them to participate in things that are happening with people they have loved that have passed on. There's a lot happening in both realms, and the need is just so great right now that I decided that I was going to do both things at the same time. The Psychopump class particularly, I am constantly getting hits from the spirit world and questions from the mundane world about, what is Psychopump? I need to learn this. I need to learn a safe way to do this. So we're going to start it this year. This will be the first time that I've taught it. And yes, I am teaching it online because that's kind of the way that things are going. I've done my very best to make both of these courses as safe as possible for online work. So again, I want to highlight that they are both advanced classes. Both of them do require an application process. The difference in the two is that the Phelicon Trauma Release Technique course is specifically for practitioners who in some shape or form provide trauma healing services to clients or patients. And that can include massage therapy, acupuncture, yoga therapy, regular psychotherapy, any type of therapy, cognitive behavioral, EMDR, or whatever the case may be, but also spiritual healers like Reiki practitioners and your priests and your clergy and those who are being of service, because all of them in some way do touch the sensitive, intense places that people are having emotional responses to things that are happening in the world today or to things that have happened to them in their past. So there are a lot more requirements for that course. you do already have to be a provider, because I'm not starting from the beginning of teaching things that providers are already taught in their modalities. I'm starting from a baseline of you already know how to provide care in a way that you understand what's happening to people and why. And so we're not starting from ground zero there. I'm sorry, that's really not the best thing to say. From the basic, like, zero starting point, we're starting from, you already have knowledge of how to provide healing. So there is an application process. There are prerequisites for that course. You do have to fulfill those things. The psychopump course is also advanced. It's not specifically for practitioners. It can be for many people who are called. It does have some prerequisites, so we're going to talk about the prerequisites in just a moment, because that has caused just a little confusion and I want to clear that up. There are some prerequisites, and there is an awareness that this is not going to be a quick, gentle process. Doing psychopump work is very intense and emotional and requires a trauma-informed response. The commonality between all of these things is most likely trauma. And I say most likely because not every need for psychopump involves trauma, but most of it does. So we do have to have an awareness and a sensitivity. With a psychopump course, we will be doing most of our work in a meditative space. So yeah, we do have to have safety and prerequisite protocols, because we want to be as aware and ethical and safe as we possibly can be with this work, because it is life-changing. So the psychopump class is very spiritual. It is all journey work. It is all meditative. It is all otherworld work. Whereas the trauma release technique course combines both of those things, both the mundane trauma-informed care techniques, like practical application here, with a little bit of spiritual practice. Mindfulness, a little bit of somatic therapy, or not somatic therapy, but some somatic experiencing, meditation, Reiki, etc. Not necessarily Reiki. You don't have to be a Reiki provider to take that course. So hopefully I've cleared some of that up. I do expect that there might be more questions. So once you've watched this video, feel free to send me an email at izzy@transformationreiki.com, or comment, because I'm going to put these in the Facebook threads that go with these classes. And I am going to put this video up on the website shortly. So to answer some of the administrative questions, since I am teaching these both at the same time, I did decide to put both of them on the same days or corresponding days, so that it just makes it easier for my schedule. So all day long on Saturday, that one Saturday every other week will be the day that I teach the content. That makes it easier for me to have days off and to be able to treat clients in my private practice, which is, what I do on the daily, regular basis. So that's why both of them are happening at the same time. I do think that both of them inform each other, but I did set it up to where you don't have to take one to take the other. Instead, what I've done is I've made sure that the safety information for both of those courses is one course. So that prerequisite that everyone needs to complete is energetic safety. That course is that class is the same for both classes. So I put it in one class. Doesn't matter which course you've signed up for, that information is going to be the same no matter what. So just one time, next Saturday, March 13th, at 10 a.m., and we will cover all of that information. If you have taken the Reiki intensive training course with me since 2017, I think that's the date that I've mentioned, you've already met that prerequisite requirement, because I do require energetic safety for all of the classes that I teach that are intensive, and it is the first course or the first class of the Reiki course. So if you've done that since 2017, you already have been taught that information. If you have taken online classes with me and you've taken energetic safety, boundary magic, and the fundamentals of journey work, you have met that course requirement. so you don't have to take that class next week on the 13th. If you haven't done either one of those things, it is a prerequisite. It is required for you to take the course. If you want to, you can retake that class. If it's a good refresher for you, feel free to take that class. What I am asking is that even if you don't have to take that course because you've met the prerequisites, go ahead and finish your sign up process. If you're filling out the application, or for those who have taken the Reiki intensive courses, they don't have to fill out the application because they have met all of the requirements to take the course. They just need to send me an email, let me know that they want to take the course. And I want to get you all on the email list so I can get everyone their orientation packets as quickly as possible. I do expect that some people won't be signing up until they want to start the March 27th courses. That's fine. I'm just trying to stay on top of making sure everyone gets their information. And I do have an assistant. Her name is Rachel, who is answering emails and sending out information. So if you have signed up, but you haven't gotten your information, or there are questions that you still have, if you feel like something hasn't gotten to you where it needs to get to you, send an email and either myself or Rachel will respond to you, because we're getting started next week. And I do sort of want to apologize, and I say sort of because circumstances were kind of crazy here in Texas. I was going to record this video a couple of weeks ago, but a couple of weeks ago we kind of had an apocalypse down here in Texas and we just haven't had a chance. So I am cutting it a little close, but I hope that you all will be patient and understanding with me as I get things back in gear and moving. And I think those are all the things I wanted to cover for you, cover with you for today. Again, if you have any questions, find me at transformationreiki.com, post some questions on the videos when I post them on Facebook, or email me at izzy@transformationreiki.com. There's one more thing I want to give to you. If you are taking the Phalacon Trauma Release Technique course, or if you want more information about it, on my website, there is an introductory video that explains the technique and how it works and why we do things the way that we do. I have included it in the Facebook event for information as well. But I think I'm done now. So thank you, everybody. Hopefully you liked the video, and I will see you all next week.